welcome to Living with Ulcerative Colitis. I'm Maya, and today we're going to be talking about using public bathrooms with an invisible disability. And so this video came about because I was scrolling through the internet and reading up on other people's stories on how they dealt with invisible illnesses and having to use public-private bathrooms. This came about more to do with school. I'm on campus now, and using private bathrooms is something that is in my accommodation plan. But it's still something of it's a little scary using a public-private bathroom when you have an invisible disability, and that is because other people that are not using the bathroom might think that you are faking it because you don't look sick, or they'll say that save the bathroom for those that need it. And so while having an invisible disability, you also have need of this bathroom, but because there is nothing that outwardly seems wrong with you, it's harder to use the bathroom without dirty looks, judgment, and confrontation. And because of these things, you end up having to explain, lose privacy, trying to break down that an invisible illness does exist, that you have one, and what it is. And then for me, I've used the public-private bathrooms in Target or in IKEA, and I find myself having to pump myself up and think of things that I would say to a person that if they stop me and they ask me why I was using the bathroom, like how much is too much information to give on my illness, how much I would have to say for people to understand that this is a real disability, and in having to pump yourself up, coming up with reasons, I find myself sometimes just not using the private bathroom and just waiting until I get home or a place where I can use the bathroom with no judgment. And this, of course, is not good for me, but it's something that I've done because of that fear. So that's our first point, which is faking it. And so I've recently learned through some research on the internet that having an invisible illness that is a digestive problem, they are classified as like a can't wait card. The reasons why you might need a private bathroom, it might be because you have an ostomy bag, you need extra space, running water, or you have an inflammatory bowel disease or something like it and you can't hold it. Or you might have a balance problem, and balance might be tricky and you need access to handrails. And so for all of these different reasons, you find yourself using the public-private bathroom. For me, I have UC, so when I have an urge to use the bathroom, I have to go then, and I can't wait. And for something that was like a group opinion on the internet was there is a severe lack of public-private toilets, so if you find one, it's just there and you're waiting in long lines for public bathrooms in general, but for the private public bathrooms, that line, there's not really a line there because it's like only certain people are supposed to use it. And being that certain person is hard when you have an invisible disability. And so for awareness, they have been doing things all over the world to try to fix this problem. And so the one thing that the UK did was changing the sign. Because for the sign on most public-private bathrooms will be a wheelchair. It's like a blue sign that's a wheelchair, and it has just the wheelchair. So they're changing the sign to say not every disability is visible, and then they're calling it an accessibility toilet instead of a handicap toilet. And on the picture underneath is two people, just two regular people, and a wheelchair. So it's inclusive to everyone that has a problem. Some parts of the UK, they also have something called a radar key, which is issued to people in the UK that need access to the public-private disabled toilets. And you are only given the key, you need a key to get into those bathrooms. There was also this girl in Scotland. Her name is Grace Warnock, and she has Crohn's, and she said that she was tired of the judgment and the dirty looks, and so she worked with the government to create another sign, and it is similar to the UK sign, but it has two people and they have a heart on themselves, and then there's a wheelchair in the picture, and it's supposed to mean that disabilities can come in all different sizes, and this bathroom is for everyone that has a disability that would need it. And this is to help limit the amount of confrontation problems and having to explain yourself and having a lack of privacy, just for people to understand that our disabilities are real disabilities and we don't actually have to explain them. Not for if you want to explain, you can, but you shouldn't have to, and you also should not be scared to go to the bathroom if you need to. So this video is just for awareness for that. Let me hear your stories below. You don't have to go into detail, you don't have to give any names, but just as a group having an invisible disability problem. Yeah, for me, as said, it was IKEA, just thinking I want to use the bathroom, but I'm scared of what might happen. And for me, I have yet to have the run-in with someone, and the thought of having a run-in is what is scaring me.
You don't have to be scared, girl.
They did say online that if you are a person that is like me and you're scared of judgment or confrontation, just think about what you would want for your sibling or your family member, what you would want them to do. And you would want them to go to the bathroom if they need it. So for yourself, just go to the bathroom. And then I guess after you do it a couple times, you'll get used to it. But please comment your stories below. Please like, share, subscribe, and press the bell for notifications. Bye, guys!